Continuing on with 1981 in film, Sylvester Stallone had still not made the crossover to full action hero in the early 80s yet, and Nighthawks is one that mostly gets overlooked when discussing his full career. Why? I mean, it's fine. He's perfectly fine in it. I think the real answer has to do with that awesome beard, which pretty much overshadows him and everything else in this slight but very fine movie as a whole. He plays a New York street crime cop named Deke De Silva, who, along with his partner, played by Billy D. Williams, set up elaborate stings on muggers in the city at night. For example, an old defenseless lady will walk the street only to get cornered by a band of thugs. But not only is the lady packing heat, but it turns out that she is also Stallone in drag. And one of the great things about this film is that Stallone does this twice, and no one is ever the wiser. Deke is basically your run of the mill good guy, someone so addicted to the action that he could never stop, even when his ex wife, played by Lindsay Wagner, really wants him to. But I mean, look at that Serpico beard. What else is he supposed to do? This movie also marks the American debut for Rutger Hauer, playing a terrorist named Wolfgar. And if you're saying to yourself, this movie has some of the greatest character names I've ever heard, well, you're not wrong. Wolfgar has an affinity for causing a lot of explosions. He's part of a liberation group or an authoritarian group or something. The movie is never really clear on that, except he comes with a lot of grenades and machine guns. He's been burned in London and so hopes to bring his traveling show to New York, which is filmed in mostly drab, gritty colors of a city going through pre-Giuliani decay. Stallone and Williams are not too happy to be pulled off their beat and suddenly get placed in a counterterrorism unit, but it happens, and Stallone will have to overcome his fear of having to kill if need be, even if that person is a terrorist. A lot of glossed over plot holes, and much of this comes off as a fairly shallow look at international terrorism. The crux of the movie suddenly becomes Howard trying to get revenge on Stallone for a subway chase mid film, Stallone trying to stop him, and then finally in the third act, Howard goes after Stallone's ex wife. It's been briskly put together, but without much meat on its bones. But there is good stuff within it, particularly a scene inside a discotheque where Stallone spots Howard for the first time. They lock eyes, and a slow, silent, and deadly realization sparks between them. There's also a nice subway chase, slow motion shooting, and a whole interlude involving Howard taking UN representatives hostage aboard a cable car. And a movie like this is only as strong as its villain, and this one makes you wish Howard played more of them. Very good at playing the soft talking psycho, you can hear the sadism in his threats and the even tempered determination when he's being truly diabolical. I'd say he's about as great as Lithgow and Cliffhanger, if not better. It also works better for Stallone when he has someone truly evil to get enraged at. This isn't one of his more memorable characters, but it's easy to latch on to the charisma nonetheless, and he has a great quiet intensity that serves him well here. Interestingly enough, this movie began as another sequel to The French Connection, which was supposed to team Hackman with Richard Pryor. But Hackman decided against it, so instead you got Rocky, you got Roy Batty, and you got Lando Calrissian playing cops and terrorists in a movie that really only ever feels like it's using the topic of terrorism as nothing more than lip service to action. It wouldn't work today in the more heightened world, but the pretend of this one is not without its thrills. That's why I'm going B, guys. But that is my opinion. Love to hear yours. If you've seen the movie, if you haven't, I would recommend it. Let me know down below there. I hope you guys are enjoying this retrospective on 1981. I'd love to hear what your thoughts on it. If there's any movies you think I'm missing that you would like to see, something like that, anything. I'm open to anything, guys. Let me know what's going on. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you come back again. Bye bye.